Howdy, howdy, howdy. How is everyone today on this lovely Saturday evening? I am Darlene. Good to be here. I am using some software tonight, so it may take a minute. There's a delay, so I'll wait for some of you to get here. Hope everybody is having a wonderful evening. I've had a very busy weekend, but all good. All of it very, very good. I got to have lunch with family today, and I'm distracted. I just saw a great big blue egret, I think it is, flying over there. I'm so distracted by the birds. So let me get over here and get this pulled up so I can chat with you good people this evening. And please let me know where you're from. I always think that's wonderful. Love hearing from you guys and where you are in the world. Now, I'll just pull this up over here. Let's see. Yes, this I know. Okay, there we go. Let me see which one is the right camera here. 1 second. That one. Okay, good. I think this will work. All righty. Hey, Adia. Well, you missed a good one last night, Adia. We weren't talking about you, but you were missed last night. I did I guess it was about a 3-hour live, and then we did an after party. The first one of those it was for members, members only content kind of thing, but it was all moderators there. And I was so glad I could do it that way just to get my moderators, do a little something, something nice for them. So we had a good time and we missed you. Just saying. I was thinking about you. Hey, Sacred Energy. Yes, welcome in and thank you for being here. Hey, to you also, beautiful day. Yes, it is. Is it a horizontal format tonight? I didn't mean for it to, well, it probably is now that you say it. Yeah, I didn't specify. Even though I started it on my phone, usually it just defaults to that, but who knows? So this should be a slower, not too many people in here tonight, which is kind of what I needed. But hey, Jay-Z, did you hear me? I was just telling Adia, she missed a good after party last night, didn't she? Jay was there. It was, yes, we did miss her. She was the only one that was missing. I mean, moderator. Well, that's not true. That's not true. But that I see often. Mule is another moderator and Queen of Swords is another moderator, but I don't see them that often in here. I have a cup of tea tonight instead of water. It's been, yes, I know that. Sorry. My software is talking to me over here. Well, I don't. Yeah, I see your comment you were working, but I certainly don't expect any of you, to be here every single time I turn my phone, my stream on. So, no worries at all. Hey, Dex, I think I did not say hello to you. Welcome in. And Saturnian Sun is here. How are you? Good evening to you. Yeah, we had a really good, and by the way, for those of you who haven't, and I'll probably say this again before much longer here in the evening. One, I'm still tired, long night. I didn't get to bed till about 2 o'clock in the morning. Jay, what time did you get to bed last night? And two, I'm just, I think it's Mercury retrograde, having trouble making sentences. But three, yay, it's working. 'Tis the season. Yes, amen. Okay. You're working too. Same time, about 2:30 or so. Summer work is brutal. Yes. Well, is that because there's more of it or because it's hotter down there? Saturnian Sun. So anyway, for the couple of you that are here, that was a members only thing, and we had fun, and we're going to do more of those. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, Adia, no, no, no. Oh, no. I was hoping, I was really thinking positively about you, and that maybe you were forging ahead and feeling better. I mean, we forge ahead anyway because we have to, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too. 7 a.m. to 6 is normal. More because it's more work. Yeah, I never thought of that as being seasonal, but it is, isn't it? Yeah, of course it would be. I just never thought about it. Hey, Richard, welcome in tonight. How are you doing? So, what do y'all want to talk about until somebody else finds us here? There won't be as many people here tonight, but because I've found that when I use this software, in combination with I'm not in the vertical stream format that YouTube. In other words, YouTube's not going to put this in the shorts, so it won't be wild, wild west. So I don't know if anybody's even going to want a reading tonight. That's okay. We'll visit for a while and I'll get on out of here, but I'm here. So that's okay. I needed a little slower pace tonight, to be honest. I had a couple of things planned this weekend, obviously, to be here with you guys. But then I had a surprise call from or text from my son last night. Hey, you want to get together? We're 2 or 3 of us had an out of town friend and my daughter-in-law's mother. And anyway, we all had a big family lunch today. So that was not planned, but very appreciated. Oh, hey, Richard. Okay. I see you have a question already. What is your question? Oh, Josie, not you too. I'm going to harp on this a little bit. I really think this eclipse has stirred us all up. I don't know. Although I've heard a lot of, listened to a number, because I'm not an astrologer, but I've listened to many. I think that Scorpios are supposedly getting a little easier time with some of these aspects, but not all of them. Yeah, healing does. Well, healing comes from understanding, but acceptance sometimes. That's my big one. Once I get to the point where I can accept it and I own my part, then I'm good. Okay, Richard. Can you get any more specific? What's coming towards you? Are we asking relationship or work, or I mean, can you get any more specific? What deck for Richard tonight? Okay. I had to clean my tarot table up here. I just left it last night and went downstairs and it was a mess. Okay, thank you, Richard. That helps. See, that changed the deck. All right, we'll go over here with this one. But I think we had a really good, I enjoyed that after party, even though I was tired. Because I've said before to you regulars here, I get really tired because it's exhausting, but I also get at the same time kind of wired up. So I have to have a little decompression time. So that was perfect. Okay, let's see. Yes, I know. That acceptance, not easy though. Okay, what's coming toward Richard in finance, please? And thank you. What's coming toward Richard, please, in finance? Please and thank you. Gosh, it might just be us tonight. It might really be quiet in here. That's all right. Not going to pay the bills, but at least I'll be standing when they're due. opposed to laying in a puddle on the floor, right? Ooh, all right, that's a lot of cards. Let's see here for you, Richard. I'm looking at my camera. You're probably not going to be able to see these, are you? I don't know if I can do anything about that. Let's see. I'll cut my head off if I do too much. There, that's a little better. I missed some of your comments. Ready looks good. All right, so the joke, how do you find Will Smith in the snow? I can't wait. Look for the Fresh Prince. Oh, gosh, you guys, I'm ready tonight, huh? Okay, let's see. 7 of Wands, Empress in reverse, 3 of Cups. Glad this is not a love reading. 5 of Swords, 2 Wands in reverse, and the King of Cups. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Why is that there, though? Why, okay. Well, I get that. What is this? I'm talking to myself, y'all. Don't mind me. Oh, let's see. So, I'm trying to think how to word this, Richard. You may feel like whatever you're dealing with, feel like you're having to defend your ground about something that you feel is not productive, not fertile, not expanding. Now, in this deck especially, if I do a love reading, that's why I said there's several cards here. I'm glad this is not a love reading. These people look like they're overindulging to me. In this deck, this can be, especially to me, overindulgence, drinking too much, doing whatever. So that could be you, that could be people you're dealing with. But yeah, they're celebrating is another meaning, but this looks, particularly because it's right next to this card, the 5 of Swords, this is mind games. This is self-sabotage. This is, ego and pride and winning at all cost. He doesn't care who he hurts. And then you have the 2 Wands in reverse, which is in the reverse means somebody's making a choice to move in a certain direction. But the 9 of Cups is in the reverse. This is saying, but I don't love the direction I'm going in. So this is like, if I was telling a story, like, for example, if this is your business, I'm just going to use this as an example. It doesn't have to be your story. I'm really battling trying to do what I'm doing. It's not producing. It's not expanding. Maybe it's causing you stress and you are drinking too much. I don't know. Or people are just being overindulgent in some kind of way, or people aren't taking it seriously. They're too busy, well, I want to say partying, but whatever, they're not taking it seriously. And I don't know, excuse me. I wish I could see how thick the pollen is here. I mean, it's just, you can't hardly see things. It's so yellow. But this is one of my least favorite cards in the tarot. and it's in the upright, which means it's worse than being in the reverse in this case. So either maybe some people are not happy, you're not happy about some direction that you're either choosing not to continue going or you're choosing to go in a different direction. And I should look at the comments. Is any of this making sense? I should check your comments, and I haven't done that. Oh, hey, Lisa. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome. Aw, Saturnian Sun, that's so very sweet. Thank you for saying that. Gosh, that means a lot. Hey, Eliza. Welcome. How are you doing, honey, on this Saturday night? Yellow sunflowers. Kind of. Okay, kind of. Well, you've heard me say many times, maybe that's some kind of a piece of a backstory. But over here, so maybe it's saying you hadn't been happy doing what you're doing and you're not making any money at it. I mean, that's kind of how I would read that. And there are other people who aren't taking it as seriously as you. That's one way I can read that. But at the bottom of the deck, this is fast something, fast messaging, fast forward movement, fast action, fast communication towards something traditional, something committed that you're going to love, and it's a collaboration of some kind. But you may feel like it's some kind of a delay. There's a delay here, could be, and I'm not sure this is making sense to me either, Richard. Sorry, it's in my way. Yeah, I actually want to ask what this Five of Swords is. What is this Five of Swords? Why now, Lemon, what are you doing? Girl, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh, Wynell, thank you. Presuming you want a reading tonight? Oh gosh. I think that does get you a reading. Yes, ma'am, it does. Yes, ma'am, it does. Oh, and 1 second here. Lisa, my apology. I wanted to respond to you that the free reading has gone. I'm giving that to Richard tonight. That's already spoken for. But I do have Super Chat and, well, mini reads open. 1 second, please, Richard. I'm going to come back to you. Okay, there we go. Okay, can y'all see that? Hopefully. Now, let me come to comments and then, and Adia, you too? Oh, you only buy readings when you're hurting. That makes me sad for you. And so, guys, y'all are too generous. Oh my gosh. I love y'all so much. I'd just probably sit here to 3 a.m. doing readings for y'all, you know. Just thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to seem unappreciative for a minute, but I really, y'all just don't know. Thank you. And I'm trying to make sense of this for Richard, and it's not yet, so bear with me. Five of Swords. What is this Five of Swords? I want to know. Oh, I thought there was 2 cards. Somebody refusing to surrender to something. What are you refusing to surrender to? Oh, you are so generous, Attorney and Son. You always are so generous making that offer. 1 second, guys. I promise I'm going to come back. I just got to get myself organized here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know either, Richard. Trying to make sense of this, and it's not. And I'm getting hot in here. No, I know. That's okay. I'm not connected with this for some reason yet either. 1 second. I gotta close my blinds. Don't go away, y'all. Okay. Did I just... I don't know what I just did there, but I think I messed up something there. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not feeling connected to that, so I'm going to start. I'm going to reboot here, Richard. I'm rebooting. Because that was making no sense to me, and not, I think, to you either. Josie, I need to, okay. So Jim, I will do that. Let me do that right now. Let's see. Yes. Yes, I see that. Okay. Thank you. Back to here. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I got the PayPal. Thank you very much. Saturnian sun. Okay. Hopefully I won't be here till midnight tonight. Now, if I am, I will be in the floor. So. Richard, I'm just not connecting that. So we're going to start over. If I can't feel it and you don't understand it, that means no do-over. So we're asking again for Richard. What's coming toward Richard? Tell me about Richard's finance. What's cooking? Okay, Saturnian son, you're a sweetheart. I will do that. I will do that. Thank you so much for your generosity again. Tell me what's going on with Richard's finance. Tell me something good for Richard for finance. Oh, well, okay. Well, we got the Victory card, but it came out sideways. And you know I talked to you, I think, about what that means for me. That means in process. It's not manifested yet. It's in process. But I love you've got the star in the upright. Okay, this is wishes coming true, essentially, is what that means. It also means some kind of a healing. Have you been working on your manifestation, Richard, like we talked about? Because I know I preached to you about that. I preached to everybody about that. What's the finance pot? I know, right? What's in the finance pot? I'm trying to find out. It's just not. I'm not getting it yet. Okay. Yes, meditate. All right, you've been meditating. That's awesome. And what else? What about manifesting? What about all that? You don't want to be investing in whatever this is. You're not working on something here. That's the opposite of working on something. You're trying to be patient, or Spirit's asking you to be patient. This just fit you. Yeah, you're not having clarity. What is going on? Please show me money, finance for Richard. And another side. Shoot, that 3 of Cups keeps coming out. That's a different deck. Waiting for your ships to come in. Okay, Jim, that's good. Thank you. Now, I may have to ask you to post your question, and you do have to be here in the chat when I do your reading. So, because I've got 4 ahead of you, just so you know. Okay, Richard's still working on my book from the library. All right, fair enough, fair enough. But good. You've been reading your intuition book. Oh, that's. I'm glad it's that kind of book. There's something that is either something here needs to change. Something's stuck, not wanting to change, and needing to release something that's toxic. Yeah, and here's another card of not being liberated. What is this you're stuck in? What is this? Some lesson you haven't learned yet, Richard. What is going on? What? Yeah, something's not moving. You got communication, but then you got these are opposite. It's like yes and no, yes and no, yes and no. One card says yes, the next one says no, which is not normal in my readings. That's a no card. You're healing for something. No, this is. This can be talking about you shifting, because once you shift internally, then your finances will change. But you're making plans, looking out on these distant shores. She's thinking about going in that water, but she's not in it yet. What are you thinking about diving into here? I know you want to do something. Something that you're, this is all the cards in the love reading, and I have to shift gears for career, and it's just not making sense to me. That's what's going on here. Now, this can be people or from your past, family members from your past, something from your past that you're having a hard time letting go of. Not being able to let go, or you're over. Like somebody who's reminiscing, but so much so that it's no longer healthy. And then Knight of Wands in reverse. It's like I just keep feeling this. Let me see. What do you say? I moved away from my kid's mom, still visiting my kids. She wants me to move with her. And I said, no. Okay, that would explain a lot. That would explain this, because there's 3 people in that situation. That explains that, and that explains why it's sideways. Okay. Thank you for that. That helps me understand that something here's making sense. Yeah, because I just feel a lot of sort of wistful energy from you on this card. Look, she's looking wistfully out into that horizon. In the traditional Rider-Waite, it's a merchant standing on the shore, looking out at his ships in the harbor, waiting for, we literally call it your ship's coming in card. It's like you're still waiting for something, but it's about timing. It's also about timing. She can only stand on that shore so long before it's dark, and then it's too late to go in the water. Okay, so that explains the family card. But you feel, so I know you ask about finance, but I'm just going to have to tell you what's coming up, and I don't know how it's going to relate to finance. But you feel that that's taking a risk. It's too risky to do that. Making that choice would be too risky, because I think you know the direction you want to go in. And now we've got the Empress in the upright, and you want to go in a direction that you feel where you're more nurtured. There is expansion, which you didn't. Never mind. You don't feel that wouldn't be that for you for sure. Yeah, you'd be going right back into those proverbial choppy waters. Still, not one pentacle on the table, and we ask about money. So apparently this story is relative to your money, or they wouldn't be, Spirit would be showing it to me. It's just, we've got cards coming out again from a different deck. So this is affecting your money. Let me put it to you a little simpler. Whatever this situation is that you got on your mind with, probably, you're, like you said, your most, a lot of readers call it the baby mama. That's what your son's mother. So something's being, there's something's coming to the light, or light has been shown to you. This to me is insight. You've gotten insight that that's somewhere you don't want to go. You don't want to fight for that anymore. You don't want to go. There's no love there anymore. Yeah. All that good stuff. But why? This is not a love reading. We ask about money. How is it? Let me change the question. How is this affecting Richard's money? Clearly it is. Bridge the gap. How is this affect? Well, that's okay. Thank you, Spirit. You need to end the cycle with this situation. Put an end to something. This is the World card. End of a cycle. Now, it can also be saying you are at the end of a cycle. Like if you're trying to wrap that situation up and you've made decisions, and which it looks like you have, but you're still feeling and thinking more about it, not being into that calm space yet about it. But when you do this, when you can put this situation behind you, that's when the money can come in. Mr. King of Pentacles here. He's very stable, got all the money in the world he needs, right? Investing in the long term. And this is another card of timing. And that Nine of Cups, yeah. And so this, I'm not going to overcomplicate this. This situation is affecting your energy, your mind and your energy. It could be just that saying that it's taking so much of your mind and energy that, because you hear me talk about, manifestation and energy, everything is energy. And so if you are focused here on this situation with your family, I feel like this energy of a bottleneck, and it's stopping the flow of your money. And so you need to put an end to it, or you need to end the, I'll see how to say that. In other words, I'm not saying you have to put an end to never speaking to these people again. That's not what I mean. But whatever this energy you're giving to it, whether it's thinking too much about it, or worrying about it, or just being angry or disappointed, whatever that is that you're feeling about it, that needs to end, because it's affecting. It's like putting up a wall. Now I understand why that Seven of Wands was there earlier. It's putting up a wall that's blocking this out, because you have to be in a different frequency to bring in the money. You've heard me talk about this. I preached about it a lot, actually. Oh, and I just remembered I forgot to post something. I think I did. Yeah. One second. How did you get that PayPal link if I forgot to do that, guys? I don't know which one of my beautiful mods did that, but I know y'all did, so thank you. Whoever did that, I should put that in there. So, Richard, this is not making, it's not the kind of reading I was hoping for you. But energy is energy, and we can't. It's like Spirit is saying, if you want to be this King of Pentacles, invest more wisely for the long term. And I feel like it seems like we've talked about this before with you. Investing, I'm not talking about money. It could be, but because we asked about that, this feels more like Spirit is just keeps beating down home about you. And I'm sorry, Richard. I feel like you've asked this question. It keeps coming back to this same thing about Spirit is trying to harp on this for you, to try to get you to be more positive in your thinking and change your frequency level, because that's what this feels like. Your frequency is over here. You're worrying about money and this and that, in this situation with your son and all that. And you want to be over here, but you can't get there from here. And Spirit keeps, I remember vaguely in one of your other readings something about that for you. So, one second, I didn't mean to get rid of that. It just keeps harping on it, that's got to change. And I really feel that that book of meditation is a start. I do. What will happen? Let me ask that. What will happen if this energy, if you stop focusing on this so much, if you lighten up mentally on all this, what happens? Yeah, staying positive is all, yes. Because right now you're feeling, or Spirit is saying, your energy, if you aren't aware of this, feeling overloaded, like you're dropping the ball, there's too much. What happens if Richard can stay more positive here? What happens to Richard's career and money if he can stay more positive? There we go. Nine of Pentacles. That means things start to move. Now, to bring the point home, it seems slow, and I know it's slow, and I know you're frustrated. I can feel that. But because he's the slowest moving knight in the tarot, but he's the only one that gets to the finish line, the Knight of Pentacles. So, and that's a good card for money. Just means, but it's slow. It's slow. So you just got to stick with it. You got to stick with it. Be diligent. That's the word I'm hearing. Diligent. Be diligent in your positive thinking here. Yep. Now, this is the Five of Wands. And oftentimes I say that's the card of conflict and fighting. And yes, it is. However, it's also the card of, and let's see, did I have it in, it's best shown in, I saw it in this, the artwork in this deck depicts it better. And I think I had it, I don't know. It's, bear with me, let's see if I can find it real quick. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. Five of Wands. So yes, conflict, competition, fighting, bickering, small stuff, gossiping, all that good stuff is also the meaning of this card. But it's also people who, no, never mind. Okay. Never mind. I'm going to take that back. Never mind. I'm also getting, because I cut the deck over here, also getting a message about watch that your words, because that could be what this is too. Watch what your words, how that you don't, your communication is not too sharp and cutting, that it puts people off also. Queen of Swords. And I think you're lacking some confidence here in yourself too. I feel like you don't feel, or you question if you have the resources that you need to make your dreams come true, frankly. I feel like that's you. Yeah, Queen of Wands underneath that. So you need to get rid of this. You need to walk away from, again, can just be gossiping or whatever about this situation here. It could be at work, could be anything, but it's not a major arcana. It's petty. It can go away. It's nothing that you can't deal with. Spirit says you need to walk away from all of that mentally, emotionally, energetically. Oh, that's awesome, Richard saying, yeah. I'll look at the positive of a bad situation. That's precisely what you need to do. But at the same time, then to taking it to another level, taking another step is to create what you want. Because I know we've talked about money before, and to create that money is not just about, that's the first step, but it's not just about that. It's also about imagining that you have it, imagining what life is going to be like when you have what you want, how much money you have, what will you buy with it, how will your life change when you have that amount, envisioning that. So when you're sitting in your meditation practice, because you said you had that book, take now not the whole meditation practice, but a piece of it, sit and envision those things. Well, I was going to tell the story, but I'm not. And start trying to picture yourself with all the money that you want. I don't know, some people do things that, if you're a tactile person, put money in your pocket that you can feel, and every time you put your hand in your pocket, say something like, oh yeah, that money's multiplying, or I always have more money than I need, or things like that. So it's good to stay positive. Absolutely, you're definitely on the right track. But this money situation, it says that your expansion is coming. It does say the expansions are coming, but there's something you're having hard trouble moving on, and I think it's this situation with your child that you said. So I just feel this kind of like a washing machine energy. You're in a washing machine a little bit emotionally. I mean, it's nothing horrible, just sometimes you feel that way. And I think that's more this energy here, kind of a minor. Anything else you want to tell Richard? Because my apology, this just, took forever, but it wasn't, I don't know, clear. Anything else you want to tell Richard? Oops. Interesting. Because those cards were at the bottom of the deck, and I am so hot in here. I may have to turn that fan on. These cards were at the bottom of the deck, and I kept shuffling, and they popped out. So you're not done healing from something, Richard. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is the baby mama. I don't know what it is. We didn't ask that question. But there's something you need to continue to heal. It could be some kind of an internal wound. You're here enough that you hear me talk about. We make decisions in the world, and we're affected by our internal wounds and our internal patterns and tapes that are going on in our mind, right? And so it could be that something there needs to be addressed. So that's what we call shadow work. But also, it's saying focus on the self love, the self love. If there's anything that you need to make amends for, please do that. Because I think, and this could be with this mother of your child, could be, I mean, these are love related cards, all of them, but it's emotions, and it can be talking about you loving yourself, and that maybe you don't feel lovable. Well, not feeling lovable can block the flow of money. It absolutely can block the flow of money. Hang on, guys. I am suddenly burning up in here, and I can't open that window, and I've got to do something. I'm literally. And I don't usually get hot flashes. It's just hot in here because it's stuffy. Oops. Let me move that. I don't know if it's better or worse. There we go. So, a lot of self-love, self-care. Again, this can be making amends, could be making amends with yourself. Hey, Eliza, thank you for the super chat. I just feel like there's a lot of getting past something that has not made you happy, and that's blocking the flow of your money. That's blocking the flow of your abundance because, think about abundance. Abundance is not just money. It's a lot of things. It's abundance of health, abundance of time, abundance of energy, abundance of support. You can just go on and on with abundance, but a part of abundance is money. And I just feel like there's something here that's emotional that's blocking that for you. I mean, these cards, if that was a love reading, that'd be gnarly. but this is talking about you and self-love. So if there's something that you need to forgive, for example, with this situation, whether it's your child's mother or somebody else, you can do that internally. It doesn't mean you have to go knock on their door and say, I forgive you. It could be also forgiving yourself for doing something that you look back on and say, why did I do that? Why did, we punish ourselves for ridiculous things sometimes. And so I think there's an element here, somewhere in your subconscious, there's an element of that may be blocking you in some way. Yep. Because, well, I'm not going to keep going. It's not at all the direction I thought that was going to go, but apparently that's what needed to happen. So I don't know, Richard. I'm sorry. That's not kind of what we were hoping for a career in finance at all. But apparently that's what, like I said, needed to come out here. So get busy getting happy. You know what I say about that. Get busy getting happy. And you're already doing it. I know you're working on it, absolutely. But there is something still that you have not unearthed that you need to dig up that's blocking your abundance. And I don't know if that's, again, about that person. I'm not sure what that is. Take some time to dig into that. But it felt like it had to do with some kind of a love connection and self-love. Do you not feel you're worthy of abundance? We can get that imprinted on us from childhood, or somehow maybe money's bad, or those are childhood messages that we carry around with us sometimes that are not healthy. So dig into that. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, that was just labored is what that was. I don't know why that needed to be so hard for sweet Richard. Eliza, you ask who is next. Well, you are, wait a minute. Wanel is next. So I have Wanel, Adia, Saturnian Sun, or Saturnian wanted me to give that to somebody else. So 1, 2, 3, 4 ahead of you. So you're number 5. Pardon, I have to turn the fan on. And it's going to get bright for a second, but there, that's better. Ooh, I may have to go put my hair up. Okay, now then, Miss Wanel. Miss Wanel. Oh, Jim, thank you. Yeah, I did write it down. I just didn't say it, did I? Thank you, Adia. Yes. Wanel, Adia, Saturnian Sun, Jim, and Eliza. Okay. I did write it. I just didn't say it, did I? My apologies. Thank you for that so much. All right, Ms. Wanel, did you post a question already and I missed it. What I don't like about using this software is it will only let me go back about 20 comments. I can't get all the way back to the top. So let me try it over here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Whoa, okay, all right. Richard, you're welcome. I have to tell you, I feel like I failed you tonight. That wasn't my best effort, but I mean, it is what it is, and I never question the cards. Terrell knows better than I do, but it didn't flow like I like it to flow. And of course, I'm just a pawn in this anyway. So thank you for saying that. You're a sweetheart. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Okay, Wandale, hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Where do I need to put focus in relationships besides you? Well, let's ask what deck for you, my love. My BFF love. 1 second. I'm digging. Now, let's ask. Well, I didn't get the question out yet. Hold on. Don't be emotionally unavailable, for starters. All right, I'm the tough love friend. That's what the card said. Don't shoot the messenger. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm connecting here. Disconnecting and connecting. Okay, where does Wynell need to put her focus? In relationships, besides herself. Where? Give me messages. Where does Wynell need to put her focus? In relationships. I'm so used to looking over in the regular chats and seeing that chat just spinning like a wheel over there. To all my wonderful moderators, it's kind of nice to have a night. We just get to hang out with you guys, and I haven't seen any trolls here. Have I missed them, or they just? Yeah, it's not. I guess we get more of those when it's in the shorts feed. Show me what I need to share with one now here. Where do we need to put focus in relationship? Okay, one more. Okay, we'll turn it over, see if that helps. Tara is so hysterical. Do you remember when I was shuffling that card picked up, popped out, and I held it up to you and I said something about not being emotionally or not be emotionally unavailable? That was the King of Cups in reverse. Guess what just came out? King of Cups in the upright. Okay, mic drop. 78 cards, and you saw me doing all that shuffling, right? And that card came back out again. You cannot make this stuff up. Love it, love it. So being strategic, the King of Cups is he gives love, but he gives it strategically. He gives it selectively. Yeah. The artwork on these cards is so different. I got to tell you, this looks a lot, okay. This deck is a little bit more modern in the artwork. So look at this picture and who does that look like to you? Y'all tell me in the comments who you think that is. Who do you think that looks like, guys? He's a celebrity. The shoes might be a giveaway. Can you see the shoes? Oh yes, Jay, I know. It's been nice for me too, just a break. Yes, yes. Prince to me is who it looks like. Prince or MJ. That's right. We may have just made a joke about it. Well, Saturni's on you haven't missed a whole lot, so oh, you're funny. Yes, Prince is who it makes me think because he used to wear heels like that sometimes, if I remember correctly. So 2 point, okay. Sometimes, now I'm trying to pretend I don't know you because that I need to do that for this reading. This is a friend of mine, y'all, and that's why I'm saying this in case you don't know. See the fish in this card? They're jumping out of the water. Sometimes, now you feel like literally a fish out of water, right? A fish out of water. Now, the other thing, he's sitting on a throne in the middle of the ocean. In tarot, water represents emotions and feelings. And you're sitting above all of that. This is you. You're sitting above all that. Almost as if to say, I won't go in that water again. If those So there's a couple of things here. I won't go in that water again. I'll take this little bitty cup up here, and that's all that that's all the emotion, meaning water, because water's in the cup. That's all that I'm going to allow. But I feel like you feel most of the time in terms of relationships that you are like a fish out of water. In other words, I'm on this. I've never fit in. And sometimes I think you feel you don't fit in. And then we're talking about relationships. So let me see if you've commented over here. If you've thrown something at me yet. My gosh, look at all my mods are here. I love it. I love this. Hey, GC, what time did you get to bed last night? I love it. What's in what? Saturnian Sun, did I miss something? Let me see. Join the I know that purple. I'm loving that purple. It's in peers and business. Well, I'm just glad you're here. Yeah, we're all kind of dragging today, GC, after last night. So back to my, it just feels like this card kind of says it all. And I'll tell you something else too. It's like he's all dressed up And yet he's sitting on his throne in the middle of the ocean and no one around him. It's kind of like that. I'm all dressed up and nowhere to go because I'll have to cross this ocean of emotion to get to where the other people are. And I'm not sure I'm willing to do that. I don't want to get my shoes wet. They can come to me. I swear, I remember, I don't think I'm making this up. Y'all tell me. Didn't Prince do one of his music videos and he had a purple velvet? I swear, and that's probably why that where the artist got that image from. But I think I remember seeing that. So, well, now this is kind of about, and please, you know how much I love you, so don't shoot me. The Seven of Pentacles is saying, I'm not sure I want to invest in, or questioning what you want to invest in for the long term because it's in reverse. Maybe I should not have planted those seeds in that field because now I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they'll come up. I'm not sure if I want to tend them in this particular field. I'm not sure if they will produce any fruit, so to speak, for my labor later on. Purple Rain, was that actually the video where he had that on? Maybe? Yeah. You're questioning this situation now. This can be relationships in general, but I think you're talking about something like, I think I saw a comment a minute ago about, I've lost it now, but I think you were referring to people that you were working with. So I think you're feeling no matter what you do, you're not going to have victory in this situation. It's kind of a damned if I do and damned if I don't. Now, this is interesting. I don't know who this guy's supposed to be. If it's a pop figure, I have no clue who this is, guys. Do you have any idea? I don't relate to that image. I mean, that was clear to me. That was Prince. I don't know who this is. And I can't not see Wanel Leo. Look up here. I know you're a lion, but these, so yeah, they're bulls. But the thing around it reminds me of lion. You know that's intuitive work. We just go off of images a lot. But the horns and the eyes, he's looking like, don't you even think about coming near me. So people, I think, are sensing you have a wall up. Don't shoot me. And you feel like people have done this to you. You're kind of carrying of energy like, don't come near me. Looking at these guys up here, don't come near me. I don't have anything to communicate to you. And we're talking about your energy sometimes with this situation specifically. Because this is how I feel. I've had this done to me too many times. Now it is in the reverse, saying maybe you're having trouble letting a difficult ending go, and that's also part of this energy. Drake is who you think? Elvis? I don't know that. I don't think it's Elvis. Drake, I don't know. Wanel, are you still here? So the Page of Pentacles talks about learning. This is the student page. Learning. What have you learned from all of this? What have you learned from all of this over your lifetime of being people stabbing you in the back and betraying you? What have you learned from that? It is in the upright, so that's positive. It says, take these things that you've learned, but let them be lessons. Let them teach you something about yourself and to others. Because whatever this cycle has been, it's coming to an end. This cycle of betrayal and being stabbed in the back is coming to an end. So I like that. Make more room here. Okay. And that this cycle, in other words, Spirit's saying, okay, we see all this because it's just telling me the backstory of where you've been emotionally and all that good stuff. But you've learned from that. And it's time that cycle is ending. The end of that. I love that. And now you have the star. And the star comes after a tower moment, after things have been broken down so that they can be rebuilt. This is hope. This is healing. And where and where, you know, what is that? Oh, what's that line, y'all? Where fools rush in, something is afraid to. What is that song? I can't think. Is it a George? No, it's a Michael something song. Well, fools rush in, something, I forget. So this is saying where you have felt things were undependable, reckless even. We're talking about relationships in business and finance and other kinds of relationships where you have felt that it was taking a risk because you thought you would be disappointed. You said, no, I'm not going there. I'll just stay over here because doing that would be overindulging, and that would be, I mean, this card is, as I said earlier, is overindulging in the upright, but in the reverse, it's even worse, and can imply other people being in the mix of this situation. But now it's saying all of that cycle is ending, and now you're coming into this King of Wands, which I absolutely love. You're coming into the King of Wands energy. He's the entrepreneur. He is the charismatic leader. Yeah. Here, and look at the top of his throne. Well, I'll take a screenshot of that. What is that at the top of that throne? That is a lion, my friend. And that's you. That's the Leo lion. You're coming into your power. You're coming in. He's an entrepreneur. He gets things done. Like I said, he's charismatic. He's, excuse me, gets things done. He's an action king. And that's the start of a new beginning for you. Jumping off the cliff. Now, this says you do have to take a leap of faith to move from this old energy into this new energy. But the potential is here for you. You just have to take the leap. So you have to leave this behind you, though. You have to leave this behind you. That's anxiety, fretting, sleepless nights, all that good stuff. And be willing to step forward, but slowly. And what I think this is saying, step forward slowly, putting down the fears that this is going to happen again, that people won't accept you, that you're going to be that fish out of water, putting those fears behind you, and focusing on new opportunities. I like this is the Ace of Pentacles too. That's the money card. Focusing on things that make you feel good instead of things that don't. Making the choice. It is a conscious choice. And as I say here often, one of the quotes that I picked up recently that I love said, yeah, you're putting this behind you. It's been a heavy burden and you're putting it down. It's time to put that down. Time to put that down. Time to start communicating from a place of love. 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 Building a happy home, stability, people, I mean, look, this represents, people in harmony. Not sabotaging yourself anymore. No more of this angry communication, or this can be the card of anger and people saying hurtful things, right? No more of that. So the overall, it seems like just you've seen the backstory. We know, and I didn't even go into what all that. I didn't want to go there, but you know what all this is. But it's not just personal relationships. It's also, like you pointed, business, all the things that you're dealing with people right now. But you can put all that behind you. The opportunity is here for you to do that. And where is he? Where's the king? Here he is. And become this guy, taking a leap into becoming more of this person here. But only if you can put this stuff behind you and let it go and not dwell on it, not give it power over you. Just keep moving forward, even if it's slow in baby steps. Just keep moving forward, putting that in the rearview mirror, right? Focusing on new opportunities. I could just keep going on and on, but I'm loving that. Yes. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. That is it. Thank you. I could not come up with that. You knew what I was saying. That's it. And that's right, Saturnian Sun. Don't let others control your emotions. Yes, don't give in to being triggered by other people. That's how I would say that. Same thing, but so believe in yourself. Only fools rush. Yeah, choose feel good, Madonna. Feel good. Yeah, I like that. I can go there. Don't. There goes my temper. Well, I know. There goes your temper. So I feel that part of this is you learning to soften, and because the instinct from your past, and justifiably so, because I know your past, justifiably so, your instinct, I've been stabbed too many times. I'm just going to sit over here. I'm going to sit on my throne, and those fish can just jump in my cup if they want to, but I'm not going down there. And again, justifiably so. It's just a knee-jerk reaction, but you have the choice now to put all that behind you. Yep. That's disappointment and apathy. Put that behind you. Put that behind you. This is what you're moving toward. I love it. And I'm loving this. What are these guys here? Oh, interesting. Those, I'm not sure. A lot of tarot has salamanders in it. These look like, I don't know what those are, dragons, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was looking at this card again. I was looking at these guys here. But that's it. You just need to, what I'm hearing is soften and guard your expectations, because those get us into trouble a lot. And I think it's subconscious because of the past. You're just kind of expecting the same thing to happen again sometimes, and so that's what you manifest. So instead, expect things to go well. Expect to be well received by people. Expect people to appreciate and respect what you have to say, and you expect good outcomes. Expect good and understanding communication with people. Expect cooperation with people. So that's, I guess, what I would work on. He is pretty cool, though. I got to tell you, that's Prince all day long. Yeah. Love that. That's what I got for you, Miss Wynell. Soften. Keywords here are soften. Leave that other stuff in the past. Own the King of Wands energy. Own your charismatic self, because you are, Leos are. You certainly are. What was the Pentacle star? That was an ace of Pentacles. Is it still here? Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. This is a new tangible offer in the 3D, possibly like money even, but some kind of a tangible new offer that you can see, touch, and feel. We like that a lot. Yep. So don't worry, don't think and fret about what might come and all those expectations. Just take that leap off the cliff. Do it, do it, do it. Just do it. Thank you, Jay-Z. Appreciate that. Yep. Only fools rush in. Now I can't get that song out of my head. I cannot get it out of my head. Oh, hey, Walnuts. Welcome on in. We got all the good crew here tonight. That's awesome. Where were you when we needed the lyrics to that song a minute ago? No, I'm kidding. All right, Adia. You want to go ahead and post your question for me, love? You may have put it in your... Well, let me see. I actually have the ability to do that now. No, okay. Go ahead and post your question, honey. Y'all are funny. I built a wall out of nuts. Okay, that's a good question. That's different, isn't it? What do I need to know? I love that. All right. What deck for Adia? What deck for Adia? What does Adia need to know? What does Adia need to know? What does Adia need to know? Oh. Wow, I can't make that up either. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at this camera. Every time I put a card near it, it like blacks out for a second. That's kind of weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Be happy. Don't worry. Get busy getting happy. Well, it's the sign. It's get busy getting happy. Focusing on the beautiful things in life. Focusing on being happy. You've got a little healing to do yet. You're still working on it. I know that, but you have all the resources you need. Even though this is how you're feeling right now, you are feeling like the wounded warrior. For sure, we know that. Because we know you want that apology, you want that cup of love. But, let's see what else. I'm going to put those back. I feel like leaving those out. What else? Yep, here comes the sun. Is it on point? Okay, good. Because I think poor Richard, I don't know. That reading was just all over the place. I just feel like I'm getting in my groove now, but I don't know what that was about. What else for Adia? What else does Adia need to know? And you know, good Lord, you're here more than just about anybody. Which you want to focus on, the wish that didn't come true or this one, you know, the happiness. So what you focus on, you know, what that means. What you think about, you bring about. What you think about, you bring about. What else? Well, I know, Adia, and it has, because you and I have had that same story and we've shared that with each other. I feel like it's almost been so slow that I don't feel like it's happening, but it is. But then 2 or 3 days will go by and I'll look back and, oh, I didn't think about so and so when I first got up today, or I haven't defaulted to that, thinking about that thing in the last hour or whatever. So I feel like it is baby steps, is my point. Yeah. Now, why is that here? Ah, obviously, this can be a missed opportunity in love, a spilled cup of love. But I'm feeling like this is saying that situation made you feel that you weren't lovable. And so, Spirit is saying, focus on this and filling your own cup. That's your cup, your heart. You can do that. And I think it's actually not, yeah, it's saying to do that, but I think it's acknowledging that you already are working on that. You already are getting the new perspective that you need. I like that a lot. It is a time thing, yes. Lizzo, I was listening to a song of hers yesterday. Well, she's on my playlist, but Grandma and Auntie's, oh, that's interesting. All right, bear with me as I'm sliding off my stool again. Even with my cushion, it's still sliding off. Because I saw your comment there about you were crying about your lost loved ones, your grandma and aunties. And it's, the moment you said that, this card was uncovered. And, I'm a medium, so I thought, well, what? That's interesting. And I got the message, yeah, you you could actually be communicating with them or they could be communicating with you, but this is the card of communication. So I feel like they're saying, we see your unhappiness. We see you. We see what you're doing. We see that you are crying and unhappy and losing sleep. We also acknowledge that you've been through this tower moment, but we also know that you're starting to heal from that because that's in the past. You're trying to let go. You're trying to let go. Yeah. You're not going to try to keep the high ground and keep fighting for that anymore. Mm-mm. You're holding on to that cup. You're not, even though it's upside down, you're not giving that cup to anybody today. You're waiting. You're taking your time. You're waiting. It's your divine timing. I know when the time is right, and in time, I won't feel like this queen of. I'm sorry, there's a glare. In time, I won't feel cold and bitter and yeah, cold and bitter like that queen is. In time, I'll start to feel more, I want to say playful, actually, is the energy I'm getting from this card, but frisky. And I'll start to feel my old self again because I'll be balanced again. And I feel like this is your ancestors, your family actually talking through me to you, Adia. And in time, you'll get your happiness back. This remorse and regret will be behind you. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. Did one of your the people that you're thinking about maybe your aunt. Did she have long dark hair? Did she wear it up like kind of like I do sometimes in a bun or something? Is that one of your people? Oh, hey Lisa, thank you so much for your subscription. No, you did not, Eliza. Saturnian sign, I have monetization turned on my channel. So I guess I don't know, if you don't have Prime, you probably will get some kind of commercial in here, and I don't choose where they put it. I could, but it's just one, I can't deal with that right now. So, okay, did somebody else have, because whoever I'm seeing had long hair. So maybe that's just not her. Let me see if there's one more card that wants to come out for you. This is very, very encouraging. This is beautiful. One more thing. Is she passed? Your cousin has passed? Lisa, if you will, read that banner across the screen for me, hon. Thank you. Is there one more? There we go. Yes. Right. It's just saying you're just not done yet. It's an unfinished cycle. You're just not quite to the end of it. That's all that means. Because you've experienced this disharmony and hurt in the home. This, we know what we're just talking about. That's going to be the card of the night, I guess, the 10 swords, right? And it's just said, we see you, we know you're struggling, but I love that this fell underneath the magician. So the cycle is still going, but you have all the tools you need to get through this. So this card fell underneath the magician. I love that for you. Yes. You know, you're in a timeout right now. That's okay. But the magician, the hangman, I mean, means surrendering to, and I think you've done that. I think you've done that beautifully. Not because you wanted to, but because you knew you had to. Surrendering to your feelings, surrendering to, to what you were feeling and the experience of it all. Yeah. Yeah, the woman I'm seeing, I'm trying to think of a national, because I'm not that good at nationality. I'm going to say maybe South American or Brazilian. Is coming to mind, but even as an older woman, her hair was dark and she wore it back, pulled back in a bun, almost like a French twist or something. Well, I think this is very positive. Yep. Just got to put that behind you, darling. You know what I mean. And this is acknowledging what you're talking about. Yes, it's endings that you're having a hard time getting over regarding family and home. I mean, it's basically saying what you've already said here. I love this. I think this is beautiful. Anything else you want to tell Adia? gets easier every day. Yes. Yep. I heard when this card fell out, you're going to get your game back. You're going to get your game back. You know, in a love reading, this is the guy we call the player card. But really what it means is it's like a fast, exciting, it can be excitement. That's why I said that what I did earlier when that came out. But we say he can be in and out. Okay, that's the common phrase for that. And what this is applying to here is you're in and out of your well-being. You're in and out of, some days you're feeling like this, and some days you're feeling wherever that Ten of Swords went down here. I already shuffled away. Some days you're like that, or Nine of Swords, and that's normal. That's normal. But eventually, because it is in the upright, eventually you're going to find your playful self again. You know, this is like, to me, like a college kid. They're still out there finding themselves and run, jumping, and playing and all that good stuff, and they know how to have fun. Yeah, but they're not kings yet, and so you're not quite there to the end of that journey. So it feels in and out with your healing, your success with that, and you could be saying, because you were thinking about them, well, I'm going to leave it at that though. Yeah. Well, Adia, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It's not easy what we've been through, but we are stronger for it, aren't we? We are stronger for it. True story, yeah. I'm back. Yay, JC's back. Work on emotional control. I would say, Saturnian Sun, work on supporting yourself emotionally. Redirecting your emotions to something positive. You're still in the house mostly. Yeah, I get that. I know. I didn't want to go out either. you got your life support, right, Saturnian Sun? You went out and got beer, now you're back. GC had to go figure out dinner. All right. Emotional maturity. That's it. I love that. Yes. Emotional maturity. And, you know, to me, it's like, if we can't support ourselves emotionally, then what, we can't expect other people to, right? They're not going to do it for us. So, yeah, there's that. Well, Saturnian Sun. Now, you know what? I'm going to have to eat crow, because somewhere I remember somebody in the chat, and I said they wanted a reading, and I totally blitzed on that you had given that reading away. I apologize. Oh, goodness. So I don't know. I'm trying to find that comment. Lisa, it was Lisa. Lisa, are you still here, Lisa? If you're still here in the chat, would you sound off for me? Saturnian Sun, my humble apologies there. I just blitzed. But, you know, I'll give it to somebody if that person isn't here. This just isn't the normal, because we're in a different format tonight. On purpose. Lisa keeps coming in but leaving. I got you. Okay. Well, you tell me what you want to do. If she comes back and we can do that, we'll make it happen. If not, I'll do whatever you want me to do with that. Adia, that's the ticket. Yes, 100%. I need to be in love with myself before a date. Yes. Not just love, but in love, madly with yourself. Beautiful. I couldn't have said it better. Absolutely. Oh, Liza, that's so sweet. Gosh, that's so sweet. And you know what? I was thinking about you. I can't remember. Was it Thursday or Friday? I guess I think it was. Yeah, we did that long live Wednesday. It was probably Thursday. I ran across this clip from. It was a short video. Let me see. It was called Baryshnikov on Broadway, and I didn't even remember because it would have been my generation. There was a TV show. Who knew? A TV show with Mikhail Baryshnikov. And I presume he had guests on it. I don't know, but it was him and Liza Minnelli, and it was like 8 minutes of them dancing and singing, and it was just awesome. And anyway, Liza, I thought about you. I'll tell her about this. All right, so Jim would be next then. Saturnian sign. I will wait and see what you want me to do. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you want, yes. I just saw your comment. Absolutely. Gotta love yourself because you gotta be that point of attraction, as we say. What deck for Saturnian Sun here? Anything speak to me? Yes, we're gonna go with this one. We're just gonna use all the decks tonight, aren't we? It would seem. Oh, that's fun. One of my friends always does a Liza Minnelli impression when they talk to me. I love that. Oh boy, I absolutely love that. I'm aiming to be overly in love with myself. I think it's past time. Well, yay, you. Preach it, sister. One of my tricks, tell me if anybody else does this. If not, feel free to use this trick. You know, well, if you've had your heart broken, and most of us here have, adventures that all of us here have, it's hard. Well, maybe not everybody is sensitive to music, but I am. And so, like if you're sensitive and you're still healing from a broken heart, and you turn on the radio and all the sappy love songs, it's like 99 out of 100 songs are the sappy love songs. So I use this trick, and I just have to turn it off. So I started using this trick that when the sappy love song comes on, I pretend that that's either me and my higher self having a conversation, or me and me, like turning the table to, if that person's, I'm not missing that person's missing me, or my higher self and I are in love with each other, or something, so that it takes the spin of the broken heart, whatever, off of that. And it really pumps me up. Some songs are really, really well suited for that. Yeah. I get pumped up. So feel free to use that little tool if that's making sense. Well, that's probably where you need to be, Adia, in hermit mode, until you get a little further down the line. I know I did that too, and I do that. Scorpios do that. We hermit. I don't know why we're not called hermit crabs, but we do. We pull back when we're hurting. That's a private thing for us, and we pull back. And part of that is, for me anyway, I'm speaking for myself, I don't want to share that pain with other people. I don't want to inflict that. And I know people would feel that. And yes, it feels vulnerable, but it also is, I don't want to inflict that on other people. So I do that hermit thing too when I'm hurting. You like to hermit also, Liza? There's just some of us, that's a personality thing too. I know my ex, he recharged or charged, whatever, whichever, by being around other people. And I'm just the opposite. I have to be by myself to recharge. And so just kind of depends on how you're wired too, I guess. Oh, Capricorn, cold and calculated. But you love your time a lot. Yes, I do too. Okay, I know you. You said something up here. Saturnian Sun. Let me find your comment. Okay, where is it? I did not make it up. You said something about, or did I make it up? Maybe I did make it up. You just said I'd want a general reading. Okay. I thought you said something else. I want both purple then. Oh, a kitty lover's here. I love this. All the goods meeting good people are here tonight. I love it. All my minds are here. All the good folks. Okay, general reading for Saturnian Sun. You really don't have a focus on. How about we ask, what do you need to hear? What do you need to know? And what do you need to hear? Let's ask that. If that's different than you want, let me know. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio rising and sun. I don't think I'd want to be a Scorpio moon. I think that would be harder. I've got my Aries moon, so that's a little tougher in the emotional area. That's probably why I'm a tough love person. Always be positive and negative in interaction. What now? Well, I'd say you're kind of close. Oh, well, I started to say close to rock bottom, but no, that's not really what I mean at all. You're weary. Saturnian Sun, you are weary. You are tired of the fight of it all, is what that's saying. That's the wounded warrior, but in the reverse, it can mean I don't want to fight this anymore, or I'm ready to give up. Not give up like, kaput, but hold up. Yeah, you're wanting something new. You're wanting something new. I'm ready to jump off that cliff. Are you bored? I don't know yet. Let's see. Well, I think, didn't you just say something about being cold-hearted earlier? She's even like cold-hearted, yes. I can get that from the Queen or the King of Swords, but the Queen of Swords in reverse to me is bitchy. Just saying, bitter. She's cold and can be cruel. What is this? What is this about? Oh, I love that. You're saying you don't argue or fight. You found a way to make life funny. Okay. Uh-oh, shivers. All right, let's see. Well, you're saying that, but that's not what this is saying. I don't know. Truth will out. Ooh. What? What? Okay. I got so many messages coming through for you. So, you are tired though, yeah. Yep, tired, ready, ready to start something new, something fresh. We talked about her. Now, the Empress. Wow, this is abundance, nurturing, fertility, expansion. I and right next to a passionate new beginning. You got something happening here. The Fool and these two cards, passionate new beginning. Passionate new beginning. Wow. Now, I'm not jumping to conclusions here because the Empress for me does not always indicate a person. My King and Queens do. However, you are feeling, so we got this passion next to the lost opportunity. So there was something, or this, I don't know if this is current or has already happened. You have to tell me that. But this can be, some kind of new project that you got going on. But this says a missed opportunity of some kind, or lack of planning can also be an investment that turns bad. Pardon me. Or maybe just feeling like your money's not great where you want it to be. So, and that could be the case because it's right next to the miser card here. Holding on for dear life, right? Saving money, being conservative. Now, this is, we were just all talking about it in the chat, isolating. This is you. This is the Hermit card, right? In the cave. And in the reverse, it means beyond hermiting. It means true isolation, loneliness even, putting distance between you and other people. Let me see if I missed your comment here. Okay. Yeah, you are a hermit. You're at one with yourself. I love it. Well, nothing. You're not going to get any judgment from me. Like I said earlier, I would left to my own device, there would definitely be no YouTubing me out here. I'd be just happily in my PJs living. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't for long. I'd do that for a couple of days and I'd get bored. Yeah, and now we've got the 10 of Wands. But the good news about this is the heavy burden. It means you're at the end of that path, the end of carrying those heavy burdens. This resets to the Ace of Wands. So you're there. You're like there. The Ace of Wands is already here in your reading. There's something that you don't see coming that is going to put you at a crossroads, and could be you may be meeting somebody, Richard. This is a Queen of Cups. Now, this is not a love reading, but it certainly could be. Or this could be saying you're at a crossroads about something that you love, because you said you're thinking about starting a new business here. This could also mean you're passionate about this new thing, this new venture you're talking about, but you're afraid you don't have the money to do it. That could be what that means. It certainly could. Let's see what else wants to come out. I'm not sure what your question is. I'm trying to read your comments here. I'm at one with myself. You choose to do this. For what reason? Doing commercials? You mean me here? Yeah, oh yeah, I did choose to do this, but I did it after my spirit team kind of wouldn't leave it alone with me. Well, that certainly could do that. I wish I'd, well, let me get some more cards for you here. And I don't think I haven't seen in terms of commercials since I got monetized on YouTube. I don't see any difference in my income because doing the short forms like I do, I don't think that's where the ad revenue is that I can tell. Maybe if I had 100,000 followers, but I'm going to make a suggestion, Saturnian Sun, for 13, I think it is, maybe it's $13.99 a month. You can be a premium member here on YouTube, and you will not have to suffer commercials at all. I love YouTube, but I would not be on it if I had to watch all those commercials. And I'm here on a channel, so just so you know, that's the best $13.99 I spend every month. What else do you want to tell Saturnian Sun? Oops. So I'm going to recommend that you go right now into your account and do that, so you can not have to listen to any more commercials. All right, I'll get back to that. Let me come over here. Well, is there somewhere in your life or someone in your life where you have felt smothered, maybe? That's an odd message. Oh, how cool, Saturnian Sun. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. New member. How about them apples, y'all? All right. Now you're in the real club, right? Thank you. Thank you so much, Saturnian. That's awesome. I had to look at it because it was different than the notifications because I'm on that software and it looks different than if I'm just on that YouTube feed. Awesome. Yeah, baby. Oh, you want to be blue, then they're blue. Well, let me see now. We had this discussion. Which membership did you do? There's two memberships. Now, are you talking, because I wasn't talking about my memberships. I was talking about YouTube, and I'm not sure if we got confused here. If you want to be blue like all these other people, if you're talking about that, they are moderators. And yeah, sure, you can be a moderator. Oh, yeah, I can do that. And you're okay. You know what? We had this talk last night with Shamir. You guys remember? So that tells me which membership. The color tells me which membership you just bought. You bought the $8.99 membership. Got you. Well, and thank you, thank you. Oh, you get all the behind the scenes stuff now. You want to be moderator? I didn't know you want to be a moderator, Eliza. You absolutely. I will. I will not turn that down. Now, because let me see. Can I do this? Hang on. Let me see. 1 second, y'all. Apologies for getting in the middle of your reading, but you started this, Saturnians. 1 second. I'm going to pull up YouTube and see if I can open this video, and then I can make you a moderator. We're just having a moderator night. I'm loving this. Okay, Eliza, you should see a little, your name should turn blue and you should see a little wrench by your name. Okay, well, I'll take it back then if you don't want to be. You just tell me. And no, it's not mandatory. I would love for you to be, but it certainly is not mandatory for you to be a member here. You're a member of my tribe anyway. Now, back to the reading. Yes, you are green because of that. Yeah. It's not easy being green. Okay. Hey, Liza, while I have a second though, because I don't think you've been a moderator before. Do you know kind of how that works? Do you know what to do? I mean, you know kind of what I'll tolerate and what I won't, correct? But do you know how to put somebody in timeout and all that good stuff? You do know? Awesome. I won't go through that then. Awesome. So back to the reading. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you just long press their name and the box pops up, and then you just either put them in timeout or all the way at the bottom it says hide user from this channel. That's really all you have to do. And for me, I just don't tolerate, the obvious stuff. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religious, the religious people's blah, blah, blah. You've kind of seen how it goes. That's true, Saturnian Sun. There is an element to moderation, just responding to people. Yes, that's absolutely true. But you cannot block people like when we get a lot of trolls in here. And we're not getting that tonight because I'm on a different software. But when the trolls start coming and they're, saying things, the moderator needs to be able to block those people for me. Anyway, back to your reading. So I don't know. Did you answer me? I asked if there was somebody in your life, because this is Queen of Pentacles in reverse can be jealousy, which is kind of weird, but I don't really sense that's you. That's why but I don't always agree with the meanings. This is the learning deck, so it has the meanings on it. But I've never even heard this meaning, so maybe this applies. It can be a work and home conflict. I've never heard that about this card, so that's new to me. Well, Eliza, yeah, I won't say that I don't feel like doing that sometimes, but you're just feeding into them. Don't do it. They just want attention anyway, so don't. Just don't. Just block them. So I'm not sure what this queen is saying. Conflict everywhere. Okay, because she can be needy and jealous and smothering is the words that come to mind. And I think this strength card in reverse goes back to over here. You're tired. You're just tired, man. I'm just saying. You probably have a little self-doubt going on. Yeah, you having to hustle. Yeah, I got 3 cards here though that talk about self-worth. This is a little bit more negative because she can be needy and even greedy in reverse. But now I got the strength right next to the 9 of Pentacles. Both of these can talk about self-worth, and this can even talk about codependency or sometimes living beyond your means. But it can also mean hustling, which I think you are doing in your work, definitely, and hustling that new opportunity, right? And you're having to keep it between the navigational beacons, like Jimmy Buffett says. I got a this is a Hierophant card, which is about traditions and doing things by tradition. And it can also be inspiration and advice from, this used to be called the Pope card, but dealing with institutions. And that's what I heard when I looked at the card, it was, I just got to keep it. I got to color in between the lines, keep it between the navigational beacons. In other words, I got to jump through a lot of hoops for other people and all the institutions, and I'm seeing paperwork and all that stuff is part of this. Okay, that's probably what this is. The attention seeker would be this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. That makes sense. Tired but tread on there. Hustling in life. Seasoned player. Took me 54 years to get here. Yep. And honestly, this doesn't feel like your energy. This feels like more of, like just more of these people that kind of want to, what's the word? Not live off of you, but lean on you, suck your energy dry. I mean, I didn't want to say it that way, but like they're draining you. They are, but it does feel money related too. Like people are just in. I'm hearing like bleeding you dry. Sometimes you feel this way, like people are just bleeding you dry. I'm tired of it all. I want to start over. Yes. And yet, here you are, just as you said here. You're a seasoned player. The Magician card that says, I have all the resources. I can create whatever I want here. He's got all the four suits represented here. The pentacles, the cups, the swords, the wands. He's got it all. You've got all the resources you need. It's about manifestation and skill. So you clearly have that going for you. Is that what it is? Emotional? Vampires for sure. But since it was a pentacle, it made me think money. But yeah, that too. Because as I said, this card can talk about codependence. And I just felt like that's other people, not you. I think you are longing for, maybe that's a strong word, but hoping for, longing for love. Like you mentioned, you're wanting a partner. Following your heart, though. This is about following your heart. Now, again, I feel like this is coming back to other people. I don't feel like this is you. This can be self-sabotage, but I don't think that's your energy. That feels like other people, a conflict, disagreements. Again, that's ego and pride. Ego and pride in collaborations that are in your world. And sometimes you just want to procrastinate, or you feel like maybe you're losing your sense of direction sometimes about what you really love in life. Oh, yep. Yes, we are, Eliza. I'm taking my time tonight because I am just taking my time tonight. So that's it. Y'all don't have options. I'm sorry. It's just me here tonight being me. Yeah, I think you're wanting a partner more than you think you know you're wanting a partner. Can I say that? Maybe you're feeling a little nostalgic about things that used to make you happy. Even even family memories, thinking back, or maybe or thinking about what that would look like for you. Again, it's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a sense of yearning, wanting that. Yeah, you got plenty to keep your plate full, but that's the piece that's missing, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, the things that you can't see, fear and anxiety at the same time you're doing all that about. Yeah, this is yet another card of inner critic, self-loathing, potentially not hearing the call of an awakening, possibly. um, Trying to get clarity, feeling again like you're at a crossroads all the time when it comes to attracting a partner, or loving yourself, or being compassionate even. Yes, everybody does. Yes, that's true. Chicken wings and Coors Light. You should put an ad out there about that. Stable man with good income seeks single female who um, likes chicken wings and Coors. See, I don't know any Capricorns that I know of, so I didn't know that's a Capricorn trait. But you've got like 4 different cards here that talk about that. And then, so you know where we are. You know where that makes me, where that leads us, is to me talking about how then you're never going to attract anybody, because you gotta hype yourself up, and I don't use that word lightly, but it's like you gotta fake it till you make it, or all those trite sayings. But sometimes you really do. Sometimes, and I was thinking today. So all of you, and I'm so glad so many of you mods, most of my mods are here tonight, that I get tired of saying the same thing, and I know you guys get tired of hearing the same thing over and over again to people about law of attraction and all that stuff. So it, I'm sure you get bored of it, but I was trying to think today about, and this came to me, how I could say that differently to simplify it. And so I'm trying this out on you guys. You let me know. And this is for you, Saturnian Sun, but it's for everybody. Been married 3 times and have had to have some time to get myself right. Well, I applaud you tremendously for doing that, because so many people, I think men even more than women, they just want to get right back out there, and they think that's going to make them feel better, and it doesn't. If you're not healed, it just doesn't. And so I applaud you for taking the time to do that. 10 years is a long time. Yes, it is. And honestly, I think if you fix what we're about to talk about here, then I think you have a good chance. I don't see it, but I'm feeling it. I am feeling that you. I swear, I don't know why that card's not here, but I'm feeling. Yeah, there it is. You have a good chance of bringing some love into your life, is what I'm feeling for you. So let me try this out on you guys and see if it makes sense to you. Because you know I talk a lot about you have to be a vibrational match for what you want, and another way I say it is tell the end story like you want it to be, and then I talk about being a match for the frequencies and all that good stuff, and it just goes over the head of most people, I know, but or a lot of people. So one of the ways I thought I might try to talk about it is when you're feeling a certain way, whether it's I don't have enough money, I'd like to have love in my life, I don't have the confidence that I want, for example, I don't feel good about myself, my heart's broken, I want a new car, a new job, a new that, any of those things that we all desire and want to have in our life. Certainties that I don't approach women waiting for the one to get. Yeah, well, okay, I'm sure she's going to fall out of the sky and into your lap on your sofa. Just be sure you don't have your cold beer in your lap when she comes. So, I'm giving you a hard time, right? That's all right. I hear what you're saying though. So here, stay with me now. I'm rambling. I know I do that, but yeah, do you see these? I've been engaged 3 times. Well, I got y'all all beat. I'm not even going to tell my story, but I promise you I got y'all beat. Here's what I wanted to share. So if I can simplify it so more people can get it, but it's also a really good tool. And I'm not going to go into the whole Abraham Hicks and her talking about the emotional ladder and all that good stuff because it's just too much for people. They can't get it. So I thought, well, if you take an emotion, let's say it's a turning son is not feeling good about himself. We're going to use you as an example. What's the opposite feeling of that? It's really that simple. Whatever the opposite feeling is, what you're feeling when it's a negative emotion or a negative belief about yourself or about the world, sit down, catch yourself. You don't have to sit down. Actually, you can do it walking around. Catch yourself. Okay, notice, you have to be the observer. Observe yourself. What are you thinking about yourself? Clearly, you're thinking something that, I don't know what that is, but a lack of self-worth. What is the exact opposite of that? What is the exact opposite of that? Using this as an example, especially the strength card. Okay, Adia, thank you, love, for being here. Thank you so much. All right, have a good evening, and I'll be back sometime this week. I don't know, whatever, but have a great evening. Great to visit with you a little bit tonight. Thank you. So it's like taking whatever this thing is. Let's say that it's a lack of self-esteem or whatever. And then just pivot. Okay, well, what's the opposite of that? Oh, feeling good about myself, feeling that I am attractive, I am capable, I am strong, I am all those things. And just start saying those things in your head. So all you have to do is look for the opposite of the thing that you're hurting over. Simple. Didn't say it was easy. I said simple. So let's say if it's a love relationship, I'm hurting because this person isn't in my life. What's the opposite of that? If it's a money thing, I don't have any money. What's the opposite of that? Oh, I'm abundant. I'm abundant. I can provide for myself. I easily save money. Money comes to me easily. It comes to me in multiple sources. The universe is always providing for me. Immediately go to whatever the opposite of that thing is. That way you don't really have to do the shadow work. You don't have to do the deep dive, but you can start to move yourself in a positive direction. You can start to shift that energy. And now it does take diligence, but anyway, positive affirmations. It's really, and there's more to it than that. There is more to it than that. But it is the simplest thing I can tell people that I think they will understand. And it does help. It in of itself is not the answer to changing these major things that you've had going on for years for a lot of people. But I think it's the simplest way that people can understand, because I can give them affirmations, but part of making it powerful is the discovery of what that is for you individually. Because I can say this is a lack of self-esteem, and you might not think that's it. You might really, the issue might for you be, I'm not powerful, or I'm not acknowledged, or I'm not seen or heard. They're variables of that issue. So you kind of will know that inside of you, where I might not. Lowest common denominator, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Yes. Opposites attract, but like attracts like. Yes, simplistic answer is always the best. So that's why I'm just trying to think of things that can help people in the most simplistic way. So to you, Saturnian Sun, you want to attract someone, you feeling the void of someone, you want to have a love in your life that you're feeling you don't have. What is your affirmation about that? So you feel the loss, you feel the void, you feel the hole. What's the opposite of that? I have a beautiful lover. I have a loving relationship. I'm enjoying being in this supportive, loving relationship where there's equal give and take. I love doing things with my new partner. I'm so attracted to my new partner. You have to come up with all that for yourself, but really, you got all this trifling stuff around you, but really the message for me tonight is this is what you need to heal, this lack of self-worth, or period. I am not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the wordplay that you did not mean to type, but you did. And you're looking at a soil mate? I hope not. I hope you're looking at for a soulmate. Excuse me. So I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. That was just too good to pass up. I thought you'd appreciate that. Well, absolutely. You are worth it. You're totally worth it. You are totally worth it. And yet somewhere inside of you, you're doubting yourself. I'm just going to call you. These cards are all talking about that. You're getting a new opportunity. You're working on your money. Yeah, all that's coming. All that's coming. You're saving your money. You got your coin, working on all that. You have the skills and the resources that you need. You have expansion coming to you. But, this little bit of ice, I mean, you got a new beginning. All of that's here. Every bit of it. But then down here we get these. All of those cards speak to potentially a lack of self-worth. That's a lot. So that's your homework. I thought you'd appreciate that. Sorry, mate. So let's hope that's not it. Let's don't wait till then, okay? Saturnian Sun. So your homework is to focus in on that. I think all the rest of your life is handled. Focus in on that. Speak about it like it's already happened. My soulmate is already here. My soulmate. You could bump into them tomorrow going to get beer. I'm just saying. She might not come knocking on your door, but you could bump into her going to get beer. So just that could so happen. Might be your new mailman that delivers your mail, right? So you don't need to know how it's or where it's going to come. I know you're sitting on your sofa waiting for the universe to plop her in your lap, but you don't need to worry about how it's going to come. Just start affirming that it's already in your life. Tell the opposite story of how you're feeling right now. That's what's got to happen here. Well, that's true. That's exactly it. It's going to come, but it's going to come when you're ready. But being ready means you have to be a match for that thing. You have to already feel like you have it in your life. That's how manifestation works. So get busy saying all those positive affirmations that we were talking about. Yeah, I can feel that. I do feel that. Yes. It will take a good woman to cool that. Your hunk of ice, you. I love it. Well, yeah, there's no need to be in a hurry. But while you're sitting there not being in a hurry, be speaking of moderators, be the moderator of your thoughts about it, because that's what you're gonna get as a result, is what you're thinking about. So don't be thinking about the void, be thinking about the having it. Does that make sense? I think your person is closer than you realize, but you got to do your part. You got to be on that frequency. So start thinking and talking to yourself positively about it, okay? Because everything else looks good. You just got minor bickery stuff going on in your work and all that. I think that's the only thing is Spirit wants you to start feeling better about yourself. Start feeling better about yourself to get your confidence back. Yep. Wants you to heal, get your confidence back. Enough about you. Well, okay. I know you're being funny, but truthfully, that thought is going to put it right where you said it. It is. That's a thought. You just created what you said. Your thoughts are creative, even when you're joking. So be mindful. I'm going to hound you a little bit about that. Be mindful, because you are literally putting that, doing what you just said. I'm not thinking about it. I'm going to put that in my next life. Okay, well, you just made the decision you don't really want a soulmate. Instead of saying, well, I'm not needing it today, but I'm going to start thinking about it like it's already here. It's going to be so nice having that person next to me. It's going to be so nice. So, anyway, enough harping on that. All right, well, you got your homework there cut out for you. Don't we all? I've got mine too. All right, Jim, Jem, Jim. Let me see, because let me go back to my other software and see what your comment. Oh, you didn't, did you? Oh, it was PayPal. That's right. That was the PayPal one. So did you put your question in the PayPal, Jim, or did you have to go to work and now you're not even here? I hope not. Well, if Jim isn't here in the chat, Liza, you'll be next. So, Jim, did you leave? Are you here? I'm going to look real quick at the PayPal. Let me see if Jim posted a question there. Oh, let me see. A lot of moving parts here tonight on my iPad. Teeny twee reading? Hold on. Guessing. Wanted a reading on Jeannie, I'm guessing. All right, Liza, what's your question? Because I think Jim has left. I'll just have to remember he or she is paid for a reading next time I come on. It's a post your question, darling. If you posted it up there, I think it's, let me see. Oh, I do see it. Wait. I see it. Oh, that's a great question. Oh, I love that. All right. What's the next body of work going to be about? All right. All right. Let's see. Ooh, we'll have to get ooh, what deck? Because we want good artwork for that. Okay, done. Are you ready? What I just heard? I heard dragons. I heard dragons. Yeah, I know there's a delay. Yeah. Yes. I want to use the pretty one, but you're saying no. All right. Oh, let's look. I heard dragons because I always ask, well, I'll try to always ask my card deck, which card deck for you, who I'm doing. And I went straight to my dragon deck, which I hardly ever use. I did pull it out last night, but I hardly ever use it. And it was speaking loudly. And I don't know if you had, let me hear. You can even, if you want inspiration, order this. They're oracle cards. The Star Dragon oracle cards. And I don't do much with oracle cards, but I have a thing for dragons personally. So anyway, okay. So maybe I should just stop there, right? But some of the artwork in here is pretty amazing. So I'm going to pull from the tarot deck and for this for you. Let's see. Give me a message for Liza about that from this deck first. Let's see. What direction next creatively? I can so see you doing dragons. Oh, yes, please. I think that one wants to come out. Ooh. Of course, that would be the card, right? Let me find it in here, though, because I do not know this deck well enough. Okay, the card is dominance and believing in yourself. Look, there's a glare. Let's see. Is that better? Can you see it? And it says, Wisdom of the Herald, which is the young woman on the card. Shed all self-doubt as you sit perched upon a throne of strength and know your place. With a sly smirk, you have things covered. You are the captain of your own ship. And then the wisdom of the dragon. In any given moment, fire can rain down from your powerful jaws as you let the world hear your roar. Seize and lay siege to entire kingdom with your single swipe of your claws. Dominate every given situation. You are a mighty and powerful dragon. Now roar. Woohoo, I'm loving that. Yikes. Well, alrighty then. Alrighty then. All right, let's see what the tarot says. I love that. Yes. Yes, I do too. Just something about dragons. All right. Show me inspiration for Liza. Career inspiration. What direction? Okay. Not going to talk to me, are you? Oh, well. If you want it to rain, wash your car. He's kind of been around tonight. We started the evening off with that King of Cups, didn't we? Well, now, okay. Why is it? Oh, I know why it's doing that. Speaking of inspiration, I'm getting inspiration as I look at the card for you. I can take this literally. I'm getting so many flashes in my head, so hold on while I'm processing this, Liza. Hey, watch out. I'm a rabbit in Chinese astrology. Don't be talking about us rabbits. Okay, I'm going to show you the artwork, but there's lots of messages coming in. All right, this is the Queen of Swords. Now, I'm not getting it focused really well, I don't think. I don't know if you can see it in here, but that's like a cloud, and then these rays of sunshine, it looks like, that are coming out. So I think that's inspiration. It may mean you have to swim in the cloud for a minute to get the inspiration. But I love trying to put this into words, what they're giving me. Things that speak of transformation. And I'm seeing the butterfly. So it could literally be butterflies, making some butterfly. I mean, I know what you do. I've seen your work. I mean, we've got cherubs, but that's not speaking to me. Her sword is speaking to me. I can see dragons and swords and things of that nature and mythical. I mean, I'm just looking on this one to see if there's actually one on there. I would be shocked. But well, all right, no. I'm surprised there's not one. Things that inspire you that represent, for you as an artist, represent transformation. I mean, that could be anything from, scorpions are transformed, snakes transform. Snakes are symbols of transformation because they shed their skin, right? Butterflies are symbols of transformation, but something that has to do with transformation is what I'm hearing and seeing. And I don't know how that relates to dragons, but that is just the strongest message yet. You do, yes. And then expressing it in art is the thing, right? That's what you're talking about. Now, let me see what else. I'm just drawn to the rays of sun coming out of that cloud. It's like you can't see it yet. It's there. You just can't see it yet. Like if you're in the plane and you're going through the clouds, the sun is there. You just can't see it yet. That's what I'm feeling for you right there. It's coming. It's there. It's already there, in fact. You already know what it is what I'm hearing. You already know what it is. I think it's because you're so overwhelmed right now. You're probably so busy. This is dropping the ball, but you're probably so busy. And I'm saying this from an artist because, we have a thing that well, most of us, I don't know about you, but most of us, if I get overly tired or overwhelmed, or I just am trying to juggle too many things, there is no muse. I don't feel like creating. And I'm just not that way. And I think if you're doing it out of I have to do it, it's not the same as you're creating from that inner artist, that inner, it's almost a need for artists to express yourself, right? Hmm. Now I'm hearing, this is an odd message, but hear me out here. There's a request, if you will, to soften something about your artwork, to soften maybe, and I'm thinking back to something you said about one of your partners, about him seeing your artwork. And I'm not judging, I don't, you know me well enough by now, I don't judge people. We're all just out here trying to survive, right? And keep our heart from breaking. Um, but see how this is the strength card. And it means taming the beast within, taming our own beast. She is, he could bite her head off. That lion could bite her head off with no effort virtually. But she's sitting there and he's mesmerized by her. So there's something here about softening your approach, softening something in your work where it's effectively taming your own inner beast. Maybe it means, I don't know, I'm not going to speculate, but oh, okay, because they're sitting, I guess, on grass, whatever grass, and in this card, there is you can see just a small little spot of water back here. Water represents emotions, but in this card, this is expressed more by earthly grounded elements as opposed to the water. The water is not dominating this picture. So you're the move needs to be to softening, to becoming more grounded maybe, and not so much about, and this is counterproductive to how I would think the message would be, because artists are all about expressing their emotions. But I think there needs to be a balance, because yes, this is the infinity sign, but it can also to me represent balance. And so maybe something that is a little more grounded and maybe not so much coming from hurt or wounds or your emotional state, and where you may have sabotaged yourself, or where other people have hurt you, or where you just felt like, this is people not caring about your feelings and saying hurtful things and doing hurtful things. And, this is the card of ego and pride. And I don't care. I'm going to hurt you and I don't give a crap about you. And so I think it's saying find the balance. Don't drop the ball. Don't be overwhelmed with emotion. Come from a place of more clarity. Know your own truth. Yes, but soften. Instead, look at the difference in the artwork of these two cards. This is jarring and sharp and, like, in your face. And this is, I'm just over here chilling with my lion. Is this making sense? I've missed a lot of comments here, I see. Let me see. Only not as much fun as Dragon. I know, Dragon. Oh, I like that Saturnian sun. Yeah. I like that a lot, what you said. Oh, yes. Eliza has come a long way and done a lot. Yes. Is it making sense? Okay, good. It feels like a pretty clear, strong message coming through. Yeah, okay. What though? What? Okay. I just had to. So somebody get out, if you're on your computer, I would love to know what Google like spiritual meaning of dragons. Let's see what that means because I am just seeing. I'm seeing dragons and swords. I swear I am. Not just because of that card, but I mean, I'm literally seeing you creating pottery. So I'd love to know what the symbolic meaning of dragons is. Oh, you have heard that? Oh, okay. And you know I didn't know that, right, Liza? You know I didn't know it. I didn't know that you had received critique about softening. Well, there's no reason to say that you can't do both. Why do you feel you have to choose? That's still a part of you. You still have those emotions. You can have two lines. A lot of artists have two different lines of things, right? I've got my landscapes over here, and I've got my still lifes over here, or, whatever. I've got my abstracts over here, and I've got my landscapes over here. Yeah. But you're about to, I mean, you're at a crossroads, yes, but you've got a tower here, a tower coming. And I'm trying to figure out what they're telling me this tower is about. Something that you're not seeing, you don't have clarity, about what your happiness is. Well, duh, that's what this reading is about, of course. Spirit is saying, hold up, find the balance, which is kind of what I just said. Maybe that's the answer. Have two lines of things. I think that is the answer. I just got a big rush of heat about that. So I think that is, yes, a tower. This crossroads is, and underneath the crossroads is a tower. So you're at a crossroads. You need to, well, no, I don't say need. Hold on, let me feel that. I think this is kind of what we were already talking about. You've already had, well, it isn't in reverse, but I think you've already had this tower. Or it could be saying, rethink everything, because that's what a tower represents, is tearing things down so they can be rebuilt in a different, new, more stable way, right? And the sun, even in the reverse, the sun card is still a very, very happy card. It just means right now you may still not be feeling the full happiness of the card of the sun, right? You're not feeling that yet because you're still probably dealing with a little bit of that tower energy. But Spirit is working behind the scenes to balance that out for you. It's coming. I'm telling you, I'm feeling it strongly. It's coming. Yeah, you're going to be able to put this down, that wounded warrior energy that disappointed you. Yeah, that stabbed you in the back. Yep, all of that energy. The question is, did you learn the lesson? Did you learn the lesson? Because I know part of you is holding back your love, but things are about to start moving fast. This is the Chariot. Things are about to move fast. And when it does, you've got to learn to feel, you've got to work on this self-love in order to move you on here. out of where you are so that you can transform. And we're talking about art and creativity here. So you can transform. What did we start talking about very out the gate? Transformation. That's what that card means. Death is the transformation card. Change, change, change. And bring balance back because you feel like things aren't balanced now, and have this victory. Yep. There it is. That's the story. That's the story. I honestly don't think either this tower is saying it's already happened or it's about to, but I don't think it's a bad tower. It's right next to the sun. I don't think that's a bad tower. It's next to the sun and the Temperance card. This is an angel. I think you're about to have some good stuff come your way. That's what I think. Yep, and you're about to have some victory. That victory card can also represent fame. Just saying. So, soften. Focus on things that represent transformation. I mean, again, I got butterflies and cherubs, but I keep seeing dragons for you. I just do. That was the death card, yes. The artwork is real different in this deck. Let me show that to you again, because I know you like to see the cards. Yeah, I mean, this is a freaky one too. Hold that up so you can see it. Can you see that? Skulls down. Yeah, you could do that. You could. You might like this deck. It's what is it called again? I don't know if I remember what this is called. I'm looking for the box over there. Don't know what it's called. I don't. Oh, yes, it is. Wait 1 second. If you want, maybe you'll get inspiration from this deck. Astro Matrix Tarot. It's got the artwork's kind of different. Kali, is that who that is? I was trying to think. I knew it was a goddess or goddess. Yeah, I just couldn't think. I couldn't pull that out of my brain. That's gnarly. Just saying, looking at that. Yeah, that could be who that is. Yes, absolutely. Death card can be but it's not just okay. I won't dispute that. A lot of readers say that it is an ending, and yes, it can mean an ending, but endings that start new beginnings. It's not just an ending. To me, as a reader, every reader has their own spin on the cards and how it speaks to them. So I won't say that I mean that is true. That is true. But for me, that card represents transformation. The card that talks about endings very dogmatically for me is more the Ten of Swords. And every reader is different how they interpret the card. And sometimes the card itself, because of the artwork, I will lean toward one meaning over the other. It is. Well, and it's also the Scorpio card, one of Scorpio's cards, I might add. Yeah. Yes, you have a Tower card, but I swear, I think this is something good's coming because Spirit's balancing stuff out for you when it's next to the sun like that, because you have to kind of look at what's around it when it comes out. Yep. Yep, that's true. For something to begin anew, something has to end. Yes, indeedy. So, Liza, That's what I have. I'm just listening to see if there's anything else. I keep coming back to the dragons. I can't help it. I can so see you doing something with dragon. But the big message was the softening and coming from that side of you that I won't say that's tamed. I don't mean that. It's coming from that part of you that has looked the dragon in the eye, or in this case, looked the lion in the eye, and has tamed that, and is now moving forward. Because in the light seer deck, let me show you what I'm feeling is. I'll show you the picture is better said if I show you the picture. In the light seer deck, this is the same card. It's the strength card, but see, it's half woman, half lion. So it's like you're not denying that happened, that you, whatever you've been through to tame your inner lion, you're not denying it, but now you're coming from a place of having integrated that within yourself, or that's what needs to happen for you to move into this next phase of finding the muse. Finding the muse. Yep. And this one, because this artist put a heart around her neck, it's like loving yourself for being, integrating those parts, loving both of those aspects of you. The nurturing feminine nurturing part of you, and the beast, the lion. It's like bringing all that. It just feels like a synthesis, a calming, okay, that part's still there, but now I have integrated it, and now I've mastered it, if you will. That's the energy that I'm feeling from this one. Okay, I am running on, aren't I? But I think that was definitely part of the message for me, for you tonight. Okay. I like that message for you. I hope you like that message for you. You love it? Okay. Excellent. Yes, I liked that for you very much. Yeah. But there's this, again, just to harp one more second. There's a message here about you getting more grounded and not coming as much from the emotions, and being more grounded in your integration, or that integration will also help you be more grounded. So yeah. Well, alrighty then. Cool beans. Loving it. And I'm just saying, dragons. Good sign. Master yourself. Yes. That's the truth of it. Well, all right, my tribe here. Got my tribe. I love it. Look at all those stars by your names. All of y'all are members. That's so sweet. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for all of you being such incredible supporters. I mean, not just being moderators and being here and supporting each other. That's a part of it. I mean, all the way around being good supporters, but especially supporting me and what I'm doing here, and believing in me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And supporting me financially, because you buy these readings. Thank you guys so very much. And I think that was it, unless Jim came back. I never saw any comment, unless I missed it. the person that bought the PayPal reading. So guys and gals, study caps were worth. All right. Well, I guess we're done. Yep. Peace out. Mr. Cappy, peace out. I may start calling you that, Mr. Cappy. Peace and strength. It just takes both, doesn't it? You got to be strong to live in peace, because that's not easy in this world, is it? It's just not that easy to be all, zen and peaceful and all that, is it? When the world about you is in turmoil and everybody's running around like Chicken Little with their head chopped off, it's not easy to be in peace. It takes strength. Thank you, Kitty Lover. Much peace and love to each and every one of you, and appreciation, each and every one of you. Saturnian Sun, you got some videos that I posted in the members only. So for several of you, I don't know who all's seen those yet, but there are members only videos posted for that second tier membership. And then, like I said last night, if you care to watch the after party, so after the live last night, we did the after party. For those of you who haven't seen that, you might want to tune in. That's where we had wine together and etc. Well, no, you'll always be Liza. I'm sorry. I've seen your pictures. You're just Liza in my mind now. I mean, you can be if you want to be. I don't want to leave you out, but yeah. All right, who have I not said? Jay, did Jay leave? So I'm just going to say goodnight. I don't know who else here still. Say goodnight to everybody. I know there's a delay on the feed I'm looking at, so get all the way over there. Anyway, all right, guys. Okay, guys, love y'all. Mwah. I'll see you. Well, I don't know when, with me, it's when I get here. So love to each and every one of y'all. Thank you again so much for your support tonight and your patience, because I was just not in a hurry tonight. All right, guys. See you soon. Many blessings.